think, if they can put up with the stresses and the physical toll as well as men, I think they should be able to. No question about it.
I think they should be allowed. In my opinion, they should be allowed. I think most women that I actually talked to have had more heart than most men that I talked to as well too. And if they got enough heart to be there, then I think they should deserve to have the right to be there too. They have the right to fight for our freedom as well too.
I think mostly because as a society we can't move forward until everyone's on an equal playing field.
I think the thing is that women are taught more. They're as when I was stationed with the Marine Corps, we had rights, but we had limited rights. We couldn't be outspoken like we are now as far as civilians was. I think now what is happening is the military's opening their eyes and looking at what women can do, what their capabilities as far as women. I mean, for me, they had their capabilities exceeds most men in the military as well.
Well, I think our nation is going through a big change. We are striving to become more and more equal in every aspect, race, gender. And in this quest, I feel that which the nation once being founded on Christian Judeo values and seeking independence and freedom of religion, we have strayed from values in those confines where in traditional sense women were more of a homemaker. They raised the children. The men went out, they labored to provide, so they had their roles. Well, our society is growing in that women are able to at this point perform the vast majority of the tasks that men were once able to perform. So I think it's a strive to become more and more equal. But from a religious point of view, I think there are certain roles that are God-given traits that women are better at doing than men are better at doing. And one of those has been tried and true with helping raise children and the family, doing an extremely well job. So we're giving up, I think, one aspect of society is where we come from in order to try to gain this equalism amongst everyone.
The psychological, sexual tension between the males and the females in the unit. However it might be, there's always a possibility, and it always gets in the way of things.
I don't think there would be any concerns. There wouldn't be no concerns. You know what I mean? But it's my opinion, like I said. So.
Well, I think that women can perform, as well as men can in certain aspects, and vice versa. Men can perform as well as women can in certain aspects. It is a natural instinct for males to want to take care of females. We're told that when we're courting a female, we open their door, we respect them, we cherish them from that aspect. Well, now you put a female on the battlefield with another man, and we're supposed to all of a sudden pretend like that natural God-given instincts to want to nurture, love, take care of the female gender, and we're supposed to all of a sudden ignore that. So I think that creates a barrier. I think it creates a challenge for men to be able to do that. And because of that, there will be natural barriers that are put up in combat, whether that be a female is injured and needs assistance, a male may be more apt to run and sacrifice certain aspects of his life in order to save or to help out the female, and thus injuring himself and causing maybe more harm. Whereas if a male was injured, there's more of a kind of a suck it up, you'll be okay kind of attitude, and we'll deal with it when the fight's over.
No, I do not. I believe that as long as they're determined and they're physically fit, I think they should be fine. I think if an unfit woman who had lower standards than the men were doing the same things, I think they'd be prone to injury.
Yes. I think if they're going to be high up to us, then I think they should just the draft as well. So women should be in the draft as well.
I think so. I know in the past for World War II, women kind of filled in the role of men in the workplace. But I think, to have a bigger fighting force, we need to include women in the draft.
Well, I mean, if we're going to make all things equal, and we want women on the front lines, then I think that it's inevitable that, yeah, they should be just as sought after during a draft.
I only have a handful of questions left.
Okay.
Do you agree with dropping the PFT requirements for women in infantry?
I do not agree with that. I feel that there are standards that need to be set for life-saving reasons, and those should be upheld regardless of gender.
The average infantryman weighs about 175 pounds on average, and with their gear added on, they weigh about 300 pounds. Do you believe that a woman would be able to drag a 300 plus pound infantryman out of the line of fire?
Given normal circumstances, more than likely not. There are some females that might be able to, and given that situation with adrenaline involved, they may be able to perform that task, but I say that again in a non-sexist way, males and females are physically different for reasons, and males are going to naturally have more strength to be able to perform those tasks.
No, I don't. I believe that that's going backwards in society. We need to keep the standards level for everyone. We need to make sure they're high enough so we have, physically fit soldiers on our forces.
No.
I know for men, I think the max is to get the full points is 20. So either give women, the 20 max, or give men the 3 minimum. Make it equal.
I think it should be the same as men. I think max pull-ups means max pull-ups. You can't use a chin. You know what I mean? And this is just for women too, as well too, right? No.
Yes.
It should be standardized. No, PFT for men and women should be the same. And it should not. I mean, even if they're trying to do it, they're trying to incorporate themselves into the O3 field, and if they're going to do that, then they're going to have to adhere by the Marine Corps standards as far as the male PFT. And if they can do that, then they should be allowed to fight what's in the front lines. They should be allowed as an O3. I think.
I don't have any objection to it. I mean, if we're going to go down the road of making everything equal, then that's just going to mean, there's going to be less males on the field. They're going to divide that up. and there's gonna become more females. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's not like we're gonna keep producing the same amount of plates. There'll be, you know, less of the male anatomy design and more of the female anatomy design. So I think it'll all balance out.
I don't. Gear is always, advancing through the years. So as as technology moves on, we can make more unisex gear and more adjustable gear for both genders.
I don't. I guess it's gonna. Of course, when you let women fight up in the front lines and everything else, I mean, there's gonna be changes. I don't know about the changes that are gonna happen. I don't know on that one.
Um, I think it depends, on a unit by unit basis. If they're on the front lines, you know, things are gonna happen to everyone, and there's no control in that. So, I think holding them back because of that is not a good idea.
That's the part where it's gotta be kind of gray area. Uh, most Marines, we used to talk about it back when I was in the Marine Corps. If you let a woman in, if you let women into as far as an O3 field, would you take priority in getting her out by just getting your other combat wounded out? Would you take preference on her than the male counterpart? And that was one of the biggest dilemmas that we always encountered was what we start having feelings, as far as taking priority is, if she's a woman, it's, as a man, you're supposed to protect the woman regardless. And that was the whole thing, is that what if we have two combat wounded Marines in there, and one's a woman and one's a man, who's going to pull out first? Then it's going to be way in the problem, So, I don't know.